The Prime Minister Julia Gillard is laying the groundwork for the upcoming election campaign. She's pledged to be clean, green and, above all, lean by steering clear of big spending promises. But what was meant to be a showcase of her Conservative economic credentials veered off course when Ms Gillard was confronted with claims that she dudded Kevin Rudd on the night she moved to topple him. Political correspondent Greg Jennett reports.
A rainbow alliance of red, blue and black forced the Prime Minister to take the tradesman's entrance.
Great honour to end up here.
A low-key arrival for Australia's newest fiscal Conservative.
I say to the Australian people, now is not the time to take risks with the Australian economy.
Nor the time for reckless spending.
Yes, the upcoming campaign will have strong elements of clean and green, but it will be very, very lean.
She promises to protect the $3 billion surplus due 3 years from now with savings for every promise she makes.
Any commitments made in the upcoming campaign will not add a single cent, not a cent, to the budget bottom line.
After a false start,
we will move back into deficit much more strongly than the government.
Tony Abbott corrected.
We will move back into surplus much more strongly than the government.
And revived the coalition's debt and deficit message.
The so-called fiscal Conservatives have embarked on the biggest spending spree in Australia's history.
With a nod towards the economic achievements of Labor's former leaders,
Bob Hawke and Paul Keating.
The Prime Minister laughed off the blood feud between the pair, set off by the new Hawke biography and a poisoned letter from his old rival.
As someone with an intense interest in politics, I'm enjoying it.
But she's less amused by her own bloodless coup.
First time in the temporary office, yeah.
While Kevin Rudd was given ministerial treatment at the UN, journalist Laurie Oakes gave what sounded like an inside account of her talks on the night she moved against him, including a claim she accepted and then backflipped on the Prime Minister's offer to stand down before an October election if the government's position didn't improve.
I will never be speaking publicly about my discussions with Kevin Rudd on that night.
So Julia Gillard is holding her tongue. And the other man present, John Faulkner, is a professional keeper of secrets. That suggests Kevin Rudd, or those close to him, are prepared to play a game of retribution. Dangerous for Ms Gillard, but also for Mr Rudd's hopes of a frontbench comeback. Greg Jennett, ABC News, Canberra.